Hello, everyone. This is Professor Brenda Alvarez, and I'm going to talk to you about the nature of strategic planning. So, I hope you enjoyed the class, and let's get started. First, I'm going to talk about marketing management philosophies. Let's start with the first set of slides. Okay, so philosophies. We have different kind of them, like the product or production. They're kind of the same, but they're focused more like in the quantity of products they can make or the efficiency of internal operations per se. However, if you see, I put this over here, customer driven, because this is is not focused on the customer whatsoever. Then we have the one that is focused on sales. So they try like aggressive techniques for overcoming customer resistance whatsoever. That is not customer driven either. Well, it is, but not as the other kind of philosophies we're going to mention. We have the one that is the market philosophy that is just like to satisfy customer needs and wants. I'm sorry, I miswrite this over here. And we have the societal one that is focused on satisfying the needs of the customers and the wants while enhancing individual and society well-being, like taking care of the environment, like trying to solve like social problems while you're selling your product. This is the best one if you want to attract and become loyal a customer. So I'm not going to test you or anything in neuromarketing, but I think it is very important that you know that this kind of studies exist. So the neuroscientific field of making you feel good about buying stuff you don't need. That's the definition. So yes, humans have a buy button in your brain. And many companies already know this. And they try to stimulate feelings that move this area of your brain so you buy stuff. It's like cheating. And there are plenty of neuromarketing tools like they can record the activity of the brain, they can record the metabolic activity in the brain, and they can do without any kind of recording, but they can figure out like facial coding, for example, eye tracking. There are studies where they make commercials and they do track where the pupil goes and see where you focus so you don't lose track of what they're trying to sell you. Skin conductance when people see like a commercial or whatsoever, and maybe they become a little red because they're ashamed or because this kind of things, they all study it. They do their research before big companies, well, that can afford it. And I just think it is important you know this kind of things exist. Here are certain companies that do take this in consideration, that do make this, like ESPN. Their advertisers want the best on-air display they can get. Neurofocus helped the cable net make its sponsor splashes more noteworthy. And you can pause this video as many times as you need. You can and read each one of them. I put here some examples, but that I could find. But yes, this does exist. Marketing plan. So this is us. This is what is going to be our project about. What is a marketing plan? The written document that describes your advertising and marketing efforts for the coming year. Remember, I mentioned this in class. It's just for a year. It includes statements of marketing situation, what is happening right now, what are the efforts of that your clients are doing right now, discussion of the target markets. We're going to pick a target market for them. They may already know it because they've been in the market whatsoever. We're going to analyze if that one is the best to get and how to get to them. And company positioning again against their competitors. And a description of the marketing mix, like I already mentioned in class. We're going to talk about the product, the price, the placement, the promotional plan, and your intent to use to reach your marketing goals. So we're going to make this marketing plan and the action plan. The action plan will not take that much effort as the marketing plan. And we're going to teach them how to measure if it's working and what they should change or not. So this is kind of like the process. It's not all that. It's like the structure, and we're gonna use it kind of this way. First, you set like the mission. First, you have to have like your vision. We're gonna discuss this. Then you're gonna have your mission, your objectives, and first, this section over here is to set your goal. Then we're going to do the analyses, like we're going to see the SWOT analyses, what is going on with the company, and we're going to talk more about this later. I just posted this slide over here so you can see more or less what are like the steps we're going to follow. We're not going to do all of them, but we're going to focus on the most radical and the most important for your project. So what are we really going to do? We first going to set the goals. We're going to analyze the situation. What do we want to achieve? We're going to set the goals with our clients. We have to agree with them at some point. We're going to create the marketing strategy. We're going to create the budgets and the plans. And the most important part is the metrics and how to adjust this and show them what needs to change, what are we doing, and this kind of things. So let's start with the business, mission and vision. This is like another kind of process that is almost the same as before we were talking about. So first is the values, ethics, principles, belief. What are the values? So your customer, you're going to ask them, what are their values? What are their ethics, their principles, their beliefs? What is their vision, their hopes, their ambition? I'm going to talk more about mission and vision on the next slide. The strategic objectives, we're also covering it over here. And the action plan, we will probably cover it by the end of the semester. So mission and vision. What are the differences? Why? What's going on here? The mission answers, why are we here? And the mission answers, what do we do? For whom do we do it? What is the benefit? So mission is more, the vision is more like in a very long term in the future, while the mission is like in the present. Like kinda, it's kinda your goal, but right in this moment. So the vision normally doesn't change because it's directly related with the ethics and the beliefs of the company. However, the mission is like it can change on the upcoming years. About the vision statement, it outlines where an organization wants to be in the future, and the mission statement tells you how the organization is going to be there. And well, the function, the years from now, the customers. Okay, when you are creating, if they do not have like a relevant mission and vision statement, your job in this project is to create it for them. So it is very important that the mission and vision that you picked for them is directly related not only with their customers, but also with their stakeholders and with their employees. The three of them have to be completely comfortable with their mission and vision of the company we already choose in class. And let's move on with the situation analysis. So the SWOT analysis, we already heard about, the SWOT analysis. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. In Spanish, FODA. So over here, I try to give you as many clues as possible because you will have to give me in your first group assignment your SWOT analysis for the company, your mission and vision for the company, the little bit of history for the company. So as much information as I can give you as possible, I think you will do better. So what can we do well? What are the strengths of the company and the weaknesses of the company? Both of them are focused on the internal things of the company, like what makes you stand out of the competitors? Do we have, what capabilities do we have? Are we limited on resources? Is my location good? Can I change my location? What kind of tangible assets do they own? This kind of things are directly related with things that they can actually change. However, the opportunities and threats are outside their reach. Like, what opportunities exist on your market? For example, we were talking on the classroom about the JMJ. It's coming. How does this affect the company of your project? Is there anything we can do to benefit from it? For example, the threats, the potential competitors, we cannot do anything about potential competitors just to stand out. We cannot tell them, no, you cannot get into my market. Like, this is not something that little companies can do. The threats of your marketing efforts, like for example, if you do a bad marketing plan, how is that going to affect your customers, how they're going to see you, and this kind of things that you cannot change. You cannot get into your customers' mindset and change them. Like, so it's like external forces what influence the opportunities and the threats. So what do we have to do? We have to match the strengths and the opportunities. JMJ is coming. What strength do I have in my company that I can take advantage of this opportunity? What can I offer? Can I offer special meals? Can I move to a place where I know more young people are going to be? Can I open a little mobile stand? And we have to try to convert the weaknesses into strengths. So I know maybe I don't have the enough employees to satisfy all this. So how do I make it a strength? Well, maybe I put my prices a little bit higher so my employees don't have to overcome, and I do have the enough customers, the balance, and I'm delivering quality service. So this is more information that maybe I already spoke about, but I just want to make sure you guys have the necessary things so you can make your SWOT analysis as good as possible. Okay, I'm going to leave this for the other video, marketing plan objectives.